God says jump, we jump. I want to also explain, when we say that the Israeli government is preventing it, the only thing preventing the temple service is the Israeli government. And there are two possible reasons why. The second reason why the Israeli government won't allow the temple service to begin is because from the very outset, when people talk about Zionism, Herzl was not only was he not religious, he was kind of anti-religious, and most of his support came from anti-religious secular Jews. Okay, so early secular Zionism was anti-Torah, and the modern Zionists hated that. Why did Moshe Dayan immediately hand the Temple Mount back to Jordan? Because he was a product of Ben-Gurion Zionism. And the last thing they wanted was a Jewish state. One was called the Jew state, which is usually translated as the Jewish state, but more accurately translated as the Jew state. Had nothing to do with Judaism, which is why when he was offered Uganda, he was like, great, let's do it. He was offered Brazil. He's like, let's do it. He did not want anything connected with Judaism. And Ben-Gurion was the same way. Ben-Gurion was a power monger, and he saw religion is a problem for power mongers, because a power monger, and that's why the Democrats have a problem with religion. And a Jew is the same way, because we've got the Bible. The Bible tells us what to do. They did not want Jews to be listening to God, and they did not want a Jewish state. So when they had the Temple Mount, they're like, oh, no, that's a problem. We can't do that. So that's why there are still elements like that in the Israeli government. And that's why the big obstacle to the return of a Jewish state, of a Torah state, of the temple service, which we just want to do what God told us to do. We don't ask too many questions. God says jump, we jump. Okay? But we can't jump because they don't want us to jump, because Ben-Gurion did not want anything to do with Judaism. And Menachem Begin was like, look, I'm not religious, but if I'm going to be a leader in Israel, it's a Jewish state.
Right.
We go back to the Torah. So that's the biggest obstacle to the temple service.